It was really, really good. It was great to see it from filming and then seeing it on the big screen, seeing it all put together. It was quite emotional. I didn't realise how sad it was.
I definitely think Life of a Spy is one of our best films to date. We filmed it over about 3 days and mainly evenings. So it was about 20 hours worth of filming and it was quite enjoyable to film.
I thought the film was really good. I liked the way that there was intertwining stories going on at the same time, but you didn't lose the focus of the main story, so to speak.
I thought the film was banging. It was really good. I mean, one of the things, what I really like about it is the fact that you've got so much going on and yet it's still nice and simple at the same time.
Always really enjoyable to film, and then when you see the finished product, it's just fantastic because you can't believe that the filming that you've done has turned into something so brilliant.
I'm quite happy with the way the film's turned out. I think one of the main reasons I am is because when you're writing a short film, one of the things that you don't want to do is to bombard the audience with too much. And although there's a lot of things going on in the film, I'm really happy that everything's been put together in a way that it's easy enough to follow and yet it's still quite enjoyable and action-packed. And one of the good things about the film is that the acting's really done well. I think Rebecca's done a really good job with the lead actress role. When Graeme and I were discussing who we could get to play the part, we thought that she would be the most suitable person because we realised that she would be able to offer quite a lot to the role, and everyone else that's been involved in the project, both in front of the camera and behind the camera, has really done a really good effort to try and make it as high quality as possible.
And I would overall say that everyone involved in the production did a very good job. The acting was very good, especially from Rebecca and John William. They both did very good jobs, as well as the people who only showed up for one scene. They did a good job as well. And I was also grateful to have Reuben on lighting, who did a very good job, and also Tom on sound.
We used a variety of different locations, which was very interesting. Different sorts of sound problems at each one. For this film, you know, the ambience was important. There's not a lot of dialogue, but I thought, I need to get some good ambience for some of these shots.
Lighting is very important because if it's too dark, you don't know what's going on. And while you can use dark to good effect, for a lot of the shots in that, lighting was needed to get the picture quality up to the standard that we're looking for. So lighting is a very integral part of that, and I was glad to be a part of it.
It was very cold. Most scenes we did were outside and it was about -5, and we did the beach scene and I was wearing a really short dress and it was a very, very, very short scene we did, but it was so cold.
It was quite a fun part to play because I knew in the back of my mind whilst filming that even though I come across as quite a nice character, in the end I'm a bad guy who betrays the lead actress, who obviously is in love with this character but then realises that he doesn't love her, but actually he's wanting to kill her for information for a particular case. So it was quite an interesting thing to play and obviously a fun thing to do, the variety from the romantic bits to then the action bits.
I'd say it was the most challenging role I've ever done. It covered lots of different issues, from betrayal to illnesses, fighting. It was a lot of things I've never done before, so I appreciate having that opportunity to do that.
Not knowing exactly what the film was actually about made it a lot more interesting. I knew it was about a spy, an agent. Obviously knew about my own character, being obviously the boss of the spy agency. But it was good because it led to that intrigue that you didn't know what was going on, and that is obviously what happens within spy agencies. You don't know what's happening and nobody is as they appear.
I'm not saying it was embarrassing to be choked in that location, but it was certainly an experience.
It was the most challenging thing I've ever had to do was when we were in the hospital, because everything you see is real. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it when I read the script. I knew it was going to be a challenge. But the thing is, if you've never had cancer, you don't know how you're going to react. Obviously, you're going to be sad, but everyone is different. And I didn't know how I was going to portray it. But when we were in the hospital, it just came natural. It was a very, very weird feeling. But hopefully I've portrayed it well and it came across realistic.
My favourite scene would have to be the scene in the bedroom when, at the start of it, my character and Rebecca's character are basically saying they love each other and they're kissing, etc. And then we've got the long take in the mirror, which is a particular highlight in the film, and then the betrayal and the action scene to follow it. I think there's so much going on in that scene, and it really does have a spy feel to it, which I think works very well.
I kind of like watching myself beat up a guy because I don't do that. And when I saw my character do it, I was like, go Tanya.
You're going to give me the password to the Rivara case and access to all your files.
I actually like the opening scene of the film because it sort of builds up a bit of anticipation, you know, and you sort of think, well, okay, what's this film going to be about? You know, okay, so we've got this spy and that's quite exciting. And then further into the film, you discover, you know, all these hard-hitting things that have happened.
The opening's very good with the way it's edited. Obviously the scene when Tanya finds out that Henry has betrayed her, that's such a contrast in the way it's filmed and the way it's written. It's very good as well.
The camera work's really good. I mean, you've got such variety. You've got long, a scene that's just one long shot in a mirror, and we managed to get that in like 5 or 6 takes, which is actually really good considering the length of the shot. And then after that, you've got a scene where the camera work's slightly shaky, which adds to the intensity of the scene, and again, it's got more cuts to it.
The stuff behind the camera, obviously I didn't have much to do with that, but I was really pleased with the efforts of Tom and Reuben with the sound and lighting, and Graeme's done a great job directing this film because it's not easy to try and create some imaginative shots as well as getting the basics right, which I think he's done, and the editing obviously complements that too.
Just the way it's been edited and put together as well, and full respect to Graeme Noble for his editing skills on this, is really, really good, really high quality, and it's good that we've got such a talented person working with us. It's good.
I think the script for the film is high quality. A short film can be challenging in that you don't want to pack too much in, but you don't want to leave it too empty either. So you've got to get a fine balance and make sure it's understandable and there's enough going on to make the audience interested. So overall, it was good. Cut! Cut!
I've done so much in my job. That they're after me. Henry.
Can I just check, is it do it?
I've helped solve so many
Some
things.
Yeah, do you mind? How am I supposed to operate with this kind of tripod? I mean, seriously, it's
Can you
rubbish.
tighten up the screw on the boat?
Hi.
During the good times and the bad times.
I love you too. That's the accent that came out.
It's okay, I've got all night. Action.
What?
Yeah.
See, this is getting awkward. See, when you plan things.
I'm just going to get a quick shower before we go out.
Okay.
You're going in for the...
I'm just going to grab a quick shower before we go out.
Knees.
Sorry. How can you do this?
You're going to give me access to all your files.
Oh. I can see because of my hair. Oh, my eating.
Action! Action!
Is that action?
Yeah!
Cut, I'm bored.
Quite a case. Are you? I know.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, this is quite a case. Wow, this is quite a case.
I know.